Hey, how's it going? In today I wanted to talk about the tag cache in VS Code, and I'm getting this from the Pizza Pursuit tutorial, and I found this surprisingly complex, and it took me a while to figure out exactly what was going on. And the code that we're going to be looking at here, it's a variation of this code right here under the pickup delivery zone. So all the code is right here, except I'm going to be going over a simplified version of it with different notation, and I've renamed different things, but it's the same essential concept here. So let me just give you a quick graphic here. In the scene, I've got 3 item spawners and 2 other item spawners. 3 of the item spawners are tagged with a tag called level 1, and the 2 other item spawners are tagged with the name level 2. These are level 1 tags, these are level 2 tags, right? So what a tag cache does, or tag caches allow us to do, is the creative object interface is stored in an array, and then we search through the array for the device instead of researching for the tag. So if I'm looking for this, or I want to activate this spawner, I'm actually searching through an array that we've created, not the actual scene. And I just did a tutorial about this. There's lots of room for confusion in here, but this essentially serves as a reference to the device. So I'll put a link to that video in the description that goes into a little bit more detail about that. If I actually go into the scene, here it is right here. We have, like I said, if I click here, I'll show you one. You'll see if I come here to the tag markup here, and this is good for you to see, you'll see that we have our different levels, and it's marked as spawner level 1, right? So these 3 have that as its tag name. And then these 2 have spawner level 2. Here on the device, I can specify which group. 0 refers to this group, and 1 refers to this group. So what's going to happen when I jump into the scene, I'll go over that trigger, and you'll see an item spawn over here, because we're going through the array of these creative object interfaces. So let me hit start here. And you'll see it says player found, and see how something spawned in over there, and you'll see the number in group tags is 3, right? So that's how it works. Now if I were to change it, it would activate over here and show 2 items in the array. So let me just jump into the code real quick here and show you. Another reason it's confusing is there's 2 sets of arrays in here. So this array is initialized by the create tag group down here, and is the tag name stored in an array for easy selection. It's not the same as this other array down here in the tag, what I call it, I know it's a long name, but it makes more sense to me to call it the tag group creator selector. And I'm calling it that because it's actually, that's what it does. It does 2 different things. It makes the tag group, the array actually, and then this selects it. So this deals with our, essentially our tag cache right here. This is what this is doing. So in all this code, this is probably one of the most important lines of code right here, because here's where we take that value up here. It's set to 0. So what it's going to do is it's going to specify this group right here. So what it's going to do is call down here to select next. It's really specifying which tag group to select to work through level 1, level 2, level 3, or level 4. Let's talk a little bit about this too. So here is where we go. This is important here, this create tag group. So we have our array. Remember, this is just identifying our tag group names. As we go through this list, right, it's calling down here. This is essentially what's creating the tag group. And remember, it's a group of tags that just have the same name, right? So when we send in that tag, it's just looking for level 1 tags in the scene. So it's getting all the level 1 tags. And then for each level 1 tag, it's actually creating an instance of this class for each one as well. And this is what allows us to control the device. So for every tagged device, they get an instance of the activator device. So if there's 5 tagged devices in the scene, there's 5 instances of the activator class. And this is just for controlling everything. So anyway, let's just read this. It says what this function does. This gets all the tags specifically identified, for instance level 1, and puts them in an array stored as creative object interfaces. The creative object interface allows us to reference not only the parent base but its child class. So what is stored in the array is a reference to the child class, which is what we want, which is the device itself. And this way we end up with a reference to all the objects with the same tag name in the same array. So then when we call this and go to select, right down here, we're just searching through one array with the same tag names. So in this case, there'd be two separate arrays, one with level 1 tags and the other with level 2 tags. This is the cache really right here is what we're searching through right here. We're not researching the scene for the device to be activated. We're searching through the array. And so like it says here, when called, this sends in the tag name, which references its same tag group's array, and then it searches through the array. In level 1, there could be 100 devices with level 1 tag. But this is just the tag cache really offers a great way of efficiently being able to have lots going on in your scene and managing a whole bunch of different devices with different tags and not burdening your system with having to search through the scene every time to go get the tags. I would be lying if I said it was easy to understand this, so I hope this helps just a little bit clarify what's going on, because it was not clear at all to me. I think the sticking points are that there are actually two separate arrays in here. One is just an array of names that we use to select the array when we call down here, and then we have an array of the tag groups, and those tag groups are actually creative object interfaces. Lots to study here. So anyway, take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.